Hello and welcome to this crochet lace tutorial. Today we are on issue 17 and we'll be making square number 15. This is a beautiful square. It is one of our most complex ones to date. It will involve making separate motifs and attaching them, but it is just so worth it for this beautiful design. So shall we have a look what we'll need to get started? For square number 15, you're going to need 6 colours of our cotton yarn, starting with the white that came with this issue, and then we're going to be using leftovers of our fuchsia, red, mint, navy and aqua. We need our 1.75mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle and a stitch marker. And we're going to be starting with our white yarn. We're going to start with our white yarn and make a magic ring. So form a cross on 2 fingers, turn your hand over, go under the first loop, pick up the second and make a little twist on your hook, then make a slip knot with the yarn just there. Then take it off your fingers and it's ready to use. We're going to start with chain 2 and we're going to work a treble 2-stitch cluster into the ring. So work a treble as normal up until the last part of the stitch, leaving 2 loops on the hook. You do that twice. You'll then have 3 loops left on your hook, go round and through all 3 loops. So with our starting 2 chain, that counts as our first treble 3-stitch cluster. We're then going to work chain 3 and a treble 3-stitch cluster into the ring 7 times. So chain 3 and then treble 3-stitch cluster is the same as a treble 2-stitch cluster. We're just working 3 trebles into the cluster stitch, leaving the last part of the stitch on the hook each time. When you've done 3, you'll have 4 loops left on the hook, go round and through all 4 loops. That is your treble 3-stitch cluster. And we're working that 7 times. When you've worked that 7 times, you'll have a total of 8 cluster stitches, and to finish we're going to chain 1 and then we're going to join with a half treble to the top of our starting chain, but we're going to be changing colour to our fuchsia yarn. So start your half treble in the white yarn, then have your fuchsia yarn ready and complete the stitch in the fuchsia yarn. You can then cut off your white yarn and pull your magic loop tight. And that is round 1. Round 2, we're going to start with chain 1 and double crochet in the same stitch. We're then going to start our repeat for this round, which is chain 9 and double crochet in the next 3 chain space, chain 5 and double crochet in the next 3 chain space. So that's chain 9 and double crochet in the next 3 chain space and chain 5. And double crochet in the next 3 chain space. So that is our repeat and we're going to work it 3 times and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've done that 3 times, you're going to work another chain 9, double crochet in the next 3 chain space, chain 2 and join with a treble to the starting chain. And again, we're going to be changing colour. We're going to be changing to our red yarn. So work your treble up to the last 2 loops, then get your red yarn. Get your red yarn ready and complete the stitch in the red yarn. Round 3 starts with chain 4, which counts as our first double treble. We're then going to work 4 double treble in the same space. So round the hook twice for a double treble. We're doing 4. We're then going to start our repeat for this round, which is chain 3, 2 treble in the next 9 chain space, we're then going to work a chain 4 double crochet picot. So this is just chain 4 And we're working a double crochet in the treble that we've just made. That is our chain 4 double crochet picot. We then work another 2 treble in the same 9 chain space. And we're going to be doing that a total of 3 times. So we're working another 4 chain double crochet picot now. So again, chain 4, and then work a double crochet in the top of that treble at the bottom of the chain. And then work another 2 treble. And another picot. So chain 4 and double crochet in that treble. We then chain 3 and work 5 double trebles in the next 5 chain space. So that is our repeat for this round. We're going to be working chain 3, then 2 treble in the next 9 chain space. We then work our 4 chain double crochet picot, 2 treble, 3 times in the same 9 chain space. We then chain 3 and work 5 double trebles in the next 5 chain space. That is our repeat. We're going to be working it twice more, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that and how we finish off the round. When you've worked that repeat twice more, we're going to chain 3. Then we're going to work 2 double treble in the next 9 chain space. Our chain 4 double crochet picot again. And 2 trebles. We're doing that 3 times. We're then going to end with chain 3 and slip stitch to our starting chain. And that is round 3. Round 4, we're going to be continuing with our red yarn. We're going to start with chain 2. We're then going to work treble 4 together over the next 4 treble stitches. So we're working a treble into each of the next 4 stitches, but leaving the last part of each treble on the hook. You have 5 loops left on the hook. When you've done a treble in each stitch, go round and through all 5 loops. That is our treble 4 together, and with our starting 2 chain, it counts as our first treble 5 together. We're then going to chain 5 and double crochet in the next 3 chain space. Chain 5, double crochet in the middle of your picots, chain 5, double crochet in the next 3 chain space, so pass over your next picot, chain 5, then work treble 5 together over the next 5 treble stitches. So again, it's the same as the treble 4 together. We're working a treble in each stitch, leaving the last part of the stitch on the hook, and working 1 treble in each of the 5 trebles. When you've worked that, you'll have 6 loops left on your hook. Go round and through all 6. And that is our repeat for this round. So our repeat is chain 5 and double crochet in the next 3 chain space, chain 5, double crochet in the second 4 chain double crochet picot, so that middle picot, chain 5, double crochet in the next 3 chain space, then chain 5 and work a treble 5 together over the next 5 treble stitches. We're going to work that twice more. Then we can work a partial repeat. So your partial repeat, you're going to work exactly the same. You're just going to end it before that last treble 5 together. So if you want to go ahead and work that, I'll show you what it looks like when we've done it and how we finish off the round. When you've worked that repeat twice more in your partial repeat, the only thing left to do is to join with a slip stitch to the top of our treble 4 together at the start of the round. That is round 4 complete. Round 5, we're going to be using white yarn. We're going to join it to our 3rd chain in our first 5 chain space. So it'll be the middle one. We're going to join our white yarn just there. We're then going to chain 3. And that counts as our first treble. We're going to work 2 more trebles in the same stitch. Then chain 3 and work 3 trebles in the 3rd chain of the next 5 chain space. So again, 1, 2, 3. We're working 3 trebles in that one. And that is our repeat for this round. So it's a nice simple one. It's chain 3 and then 3 trebles in the 3rd treble of the next 5 chain space. We're going to be working that 14 more times. So I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've worked that repeat 14 more times, we just need to chain 3 and join with a slip stitch to the top of our starting chain. You can then cut off your white yarn, and that is round 5 complete. Round 6, we're going to be using our mint yarn and we're going to join it to the last 3 chain space. So this is where we ended the round. So our last 3 chain space is just here. We're going to join our mint yarn just there and work chain 1. Then I'm going to work 2 double crochet in the same chain space. We're then going to work 1 double crochet in the next 3 trebles. And 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next chain space. 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 trebles. And then 3 double crochet in the next chain space. And that is our repeat for this round. So our repeat is 1 double crochet in the next 3 treble stitches, then 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next 3 chain space, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 treble stitches, and then 3 double crochet in the next 3 chain space. I'm going to work that 6 more times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've worked that repeat 6 times, you're then going to work 1 double crochet in the next 3 trebles, and 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next chain space. Then 1 double crochet in the next 3 trebles. Finally, 1 double crochet in the last chain space and join with a slip stitch to your starting chain. You can then open up your loop and put your working loop on a stitch marker. We're going to be using that yarn again in a little while. And that is our completed round 6. Round 7, we're going to be using our navy yarn and we're going to join it to the first double crochet from round 6. So just this one after where our working loop is. Join it just there. And then we're going to work chain 3. We're then going to work treble in the next 4 double crochet. We're going to miss the next stitch and work 3 treble in the 1 chain space. Miss the next stitch and treble in the next 9 stitches. And that is our repeat for this round. So we're going to be working miss the next stitch and 3 treble in the next 1 chain space, miss the next double crochet, and then work 1 treble in each of the next 9 double crochet. So that is our repeat, and we're going to work it 6 more times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that and how we finish off the round. When you've worked that repeat 6 times, we're going to skip the next stitch and work 3 treble in the next 1 chain space. Skip the next stitch, and we're going to treble in the last 4 double crochet. And make sure your stitch marker is behind your work before you close the round. And then we're just going to join with a slip stitch to the top of our starting chain. That is our round 7 complete, and we can cut off our navy yarn. Round 8, we can take our mint yarn off our stitch marker and put it back on our hook. Work a chain 1. We're then going to double crochet in the next 6 treble stitches. Work 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next treble stitch, and then double crochet in the next 11 stitches. And that is our repeat for this round. So we're working 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next treble stitch, then 1 double crochet in the next 11 treble stitches. We're going to work that 6 more times, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you work that repeat 6 more times, we're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, then double crochet in the last 5 treble stitches, and join with a slip stitch to our starting chain. We can then put our working loop on our stitch marker again. And that is round 8. Next we'll be working rounds 9 and 10. This is made up of various different parts. We're going to start with part 1. And we're going to be using our navy yarn. We're going to join our navy yarn to our 5th double crochet from round 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Join our navy yarn in there. We're going to chain 3. Treble in the next 2 stitches. And treble in the 1 chain space. We're then going to turn our work and chain 3 and treble in each of our treble stitches. We're then going to cut off our navy yarn and turn our work back round the right way. We're then going to rejoin our navy yarn to our next 1 chain space and chain 3. treble in the next 3 stitches, turn, chain 3, and treble in the next 3 stitches. Then fasten off our navy yarn again. Miss the next 7 stitches and join the yarn just there. You're then going to repeat the parts to make our navy columns all the way around. So our first one starts 7 stitches from our last, and we're going to work chain 3, then treble in the next 2 stitches and treble in the 1 chain space. Turn, chain 3 and treble in each of the next 3 treble stitches. Fasten off. Then rejoin the yarn to the next 1 chain space. Treble in the next 3 stitches. Turn, chain 3 and treble in the next 3 stitches. Cut off our navy yarn and miss the next 7 stitches. So that is our repeat. We're going to work it all the way around until we have 8 columns. But on your last column, leave your navy yarn on a stitch marker. So I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that. When you've completed your last column, open up your loop and put your working yarn on a stitch holder. That is part 1 and 2 of round 9 and 10. We're now going to be working motif A, so we're going to take our mint yarn off our stitch holder and pop it back on our hook. And we're going to start with chain 4. You're then going to slip stitch into the starting chain from round 10 of your last column. Chain 2. And then work a double treble 3 stitch cluster, chain 5, and another double treble 3 stitch cluster in that first double crochet from round 8. So just here. So double treble 3 stitch cluster, we're going round the hook twice, we're going into the stitch. Work a double treble as normal up to the last 2 loops. We're going to do that 3 times. You'll have 4 loops left on the hook, round through all 4. We're then going to chain 5. And work another double treble 3 stitch cluster in the same stitch. Chain 2. And slip stitch around your last treble on your next column over here. And then cut off our mint yarn. You're then going to skip the next space between your columns. You're then going to join your mint yarn to the middle double crochet between your next 2 column spaces. So we're on the middle one. So you're going to join your yarn there, and then you're going to repeat exactly what we did for motif A. So it's chain 4, slip stitch in the starting chain from round 10, so that's that one up there. Then we're going to work chain 2, 1 double treble 3 stitch cluster, chain 5, and another double treble 3 stitch cluster in that double crochet that we started in, and then chain 2 and slip stitch around the treble at the other side. So you end up with your little motif A, just like this here. And you're going to do that 4 times in total. So when you've worked motif A 4 times, your square is going to be looking a little bit like this. So we've filled in the gaps between 2 of our columns, and now we need to fill in the gaps between the other columns. So we're going to move on to motif B. Motifs B start again with a magic ring and our navy yarn. Once you have your magic ring, you're going to chain 3, and work 5 trebles into the ring. Then going to turn and chain 5. Going to miss the treble at the base of the chain and work 2 trebles in the next 2 stitches. I'm going to do that twice, so chain 5 again, and then work in the next 2 stitches. We're then going to chain 2 and finish with a treble into the top of our starting chain just here. I'm going to change to aqua on the last part of this stitch, so leave 2 loops on your hook and then finish the stitch with your aqua yarn. And then turn the work again. I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to work a chain 4 picot, so chain 4. And work a slip stitch in the 4th chain from the hook, and that is our 4 chain picot. I'm going to work 2 treble, 1 half treble and 1 double crochet in the 2 chain space. So 2 treble, one half treble and 1 double crochet. In the next chain space, we're going to work 1 double crochet, 1 half treble, and 3 treble. We then 4 chain picot again, so chain 4 and slip stitch in the base of that chain. And then we're working another 2 trebles into the same chain space, a half treble and a double crochet. So that's all in that chain space there, and we've got 1 double crochet, 1 half treble, 3 treble, a 4 chain picot, 2 treble, a half treble and a double crochet. We're now going to work in our last chain space just here. We're going to work a double crochet, a half treble and 3 treble, and then finally a 4 chain picot. So chain 4 and slip stitch in the base of the chain. We can now fasten off our aqua yarn. That is our motif B complete, and we need to make 3 more exactly the same. When you finish that, you'll have your 4 motifs B complete, and go ahead and weave in your ends on your motifs. It will just save time later. We can then put our motifs to one side and go back to our square. So we have our navy yarn still attached on our stitch marker. And we're going to join our motifs B to our square with our white yarn. We're going to start with our white yarn by attaching it to the 3 chain starting chain from round 10 of our little navy columns. So just here, so it's the top space, and chain 2. You're then going to take your motif and you're going to slip stitch into the last 4 chain picot. So this one here. This might be slightly fiddly. Chain 5. And then we're going to slip stitch in the 5th double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 2, get our motif and slip stitch into our middle picot. Chain 2, skip 3 double crochet and slip stitch into the next, so it's the 4th one from the one you've just done. Chain 2 again, then chain 5 and slip stitch into that last picot on the motif. Chain 2 and slip stitch round the treble that's the opposite to where we started, so the top treble just here on the column, and that attaches our motif in place there. You can then cut off your white yarn, turn your square to your next gap, join your white yarn again and attach your next motif in the same way. When you've finished attaching all your motifs, your square will be looking a little bit like this. And again, it's a good time to weave in your ends just because there are so many at this stage. It just makes everything a little bit neater and it saves us time when it comes to the end. But that is the end of our rounds 9 and 10. Round 11, we're going to go back to our navy yarn, take it off our stitch marker and pop it back on our hook. We're then going to start with chain 3. And we're going to work 1 treble in each of the next 3 treble. So we're extending that navy column up another row. We're then going to start our repeat, so chain 3, double crochet in the 5 chain space from motif A. So this 5 chain space in the middle here, chain 3, treble in each of the next 4 treble stitches. So again, we're extending that column up another row. Chain 6, double crochet around the last treble of motif B, chain 5, double crochet in the 5 chain space to the navy one just here, chain 5 again, double crochet into the magic ring, chain 5, double crochet around your treble here, chain 5, and then double crochet around your starting chain here, and then chain 6. And that is our repeat. So this is one of those repeats that sounds quite complicated because we're going over multiple motifs and rows, but really we're just extending these navy columns up 1 more row, and then we're working chain stitches that we're anchoring around our motif B. So I will go through it. It will sound complicated, but follow along with the chart in the magazine and that will make it a lot clearer. So chain 3, 1 double crochet in the 5 chain space from motif A. So that's this 5 chain space in our green motif here. Chain 3 and then 1 treble in each of the next 4 trebles. So again, we're extending the next column of navy stitches. Chain 5, 1 double crochet in the 5 chain space from motif B. Chain 6, 1 double crochet around the post of the last treble in motif B. So it's this aqua treble just here. Then chain 5 and double crochet in the 5 chain space from motif B, which is this navy 5 chain space just here. Then chain 5 and double crochet in the magic ring. Chain 5 and double crochet round the last treble of motif B. So again, it's this navy one just here. Chain 5 and double crochet around the 3 chain from motif B. So it's this 3 chain in the aqua here. Then chain 6 and work 1 treble in each of the next 4 treble stitches. So again, we're extending the next column. So that is the repeat. We need to work it twice more, and then we can do a partial repeat. And your partial repeat, you want to do it exactly the same and end with the chain 6 after you've gone round the final motif B. So follow along with the chart if you get stuck, and I will show you what it looks like when we've done that and how we finish off the round. When you've worked that repeat twice more in your partial repeat, all you need to do to join the round is join with a slip stitch to the top of our starting chain. You can then cut off your navy yarn, and that is round 11 complete. Round 12, we're going to be using our white yarn, and we're going to join to the second 3 chain space of round 11. So this is our first 3 chain space just here, and this is our second. Chain 1 and double crochet in the same space, and chain 7, double crochet in the next chain space, and that is our repeat for this round. So we're working chain 7, then double crochet in the next chain space, and we're going to repeat that all the way around. I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that and how we finish off the round. When you've worked that chain 7, double crochet in the next chain space all the way around. To end, we're going to chain 3. And we're going to join with a double treble to our starting chain. That is round 12 complete. Round 13, we're going to start with chain 1 and double crochet in the same space again. We're then going to work chain 5 and double crochet in the next 7 chain space 4 times. We're then going to chain 3 and double crochet in the same space. That's our corner space just there. We then start our repeat for this round, which is chain 5 and double crochet in the next 7 chain space. You're going to do that 8 times. Then chain 3 and double crochet in the same space to make our corner. We're going to work that twice more, and then we can work a partial repeat. So we're going to work chain 5, double crochet in the next 7 chain space 3 times. When you've worked that repeat all the way around, you're going to chain 5. And join with a slip stitch to our starting chain. That is round 13 complete. Round 14 is our border round. It starts with chain 1 and double crochet in the first double crochet stitch. You're then going to work 5 double crochet in the next 5 chain space. And double crochet in the next stitch. And we're going to do that 4 times. So 5 double crochet in the next 5 chain space. And 1 double crochet in the next stitch. When you've done that 4 times, you'll be at your corner space. In the corner space, we're going to work 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. We can then start our repeat for this round, which is double crochet in the next double crochet stitch. Then we're going to work 5 double crochet in the next 5 chain space and 1 double crochet in the next double crochet 8 times, and then 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the 3 chain corner space. We're going to repeat that twice more. Then we can work 1 double crochet in the next double crochet, 5 double crochet in the next 5 chain space 4 times, and finish with a slip stitch. If you want to go ahead and do that, I'll show you what it looks like when we've done that, and we'll have a look at our finished square. And here we have our finished square. So this is one of our most complex squares that we'll be making for the throw, with it having the separate motifs and everything. But I think it all came together in the end and it's just looking absolutely lovely. I've already gone ahead and given mine a press and I've woven in my ends, but if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and do it now. Then we just need to pop a number on in the corner with number 15. This is square number 15. And then we can store it away with our other squares until we're ready to put them together into our throw. But that is it for our tutorial today. So I really hope you've enjoyed making this square with me, and I hope you'll join me again for the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.